So not a lot of DJs know this, but there's a secret rule to mixing that guarantees you will have a perfect transition every single time, no matter what. And using this rule is what's going to separate you from every other beginner DJ out there who has no idea when to start the next song and just presses play whenever they feel like it. So you want to know what the secret rule is? Well, then you're in luck, because in this video, I'm going to teach you exactly what that secret rule is and how you can use it to have a perfect transition every single time, guaranteed. Hey, what's going on, gang? Bolola DJ here from Pro DJ Academy. And if you're new to the channel, then make sure you hit the subscribe button for more weekly DJ tips, tools, and tutorials just like this one. Also, consider joining our free Discord group so you can network and collaborate with other DJs in the game, as this is where we engage daily, giving you personalized feedback and answering your personalized questions to help you in your journey along as a DJ. So, what's the secret rule that's going to guarantee that you have a perfect transition every single time? Drum roll, please. It's called phrasing. Now, if you don't know what phrasing is, I actually have the encyclopedia definition pulled up in front of me here. In DJing, phrasing, also called stage matching, refers to the alignment of phrases of two tracks in a mix. This allows the transition between the tracks to be done without breaking the musical structure. Phrasing is an aspect of beat matching, not a separate technique. Basically, what this means is by understanding the arrangement of a song, you should know exactly when to start the next song so the bars line up perfectly and you have a smooth and seamless transition into the next song. Now, if you don't use phrasing correctly, you risk having the song that you're mixing out of overlap into the next song that you're mixing into, or you could even have the next song that you're mixing into start too early or come in too late, and this really messes up the flow of your mix. Now, here's an example of a mix that does not use phrasing correctly. Now, on deck A, I have Tequila by Jax Jones, and on deck B, I have Pump It Louder by Tiesto. Now, I'll go ahead and mix these two songs using improper phrasing. Now you'll notice here that both songs sound like they're mixed in perfectly. Even here, everything sounds like it's going super smoothly. Now, as you just saw in this terrible example of how to mix without using phrasing, you saw that I started deck B a little bit later than I should have, and although it sounded alright at some points throughout the mix, what ended up happening is deck A actually overlapped into deck B, so the buildup of deck A ended up playing out as I entered into the chorus of deck B, and so by the time I wanted to cut deck A, it was partway a couple bars into the buildup, and so it was just a very not smooth, not clean transition, and it's going to cause a lot of interruptions for your dance floor if you were to do something like this out in the club. So before I teach you exactly how to use phrasing, I need to make sure that you fully understand the structure of a song. Now, if you're not familiar, there's obviously counts, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. You count every beat. Every 4 beats is going to make up 1 bar. This is exactly what this sounds like. Now, as you just saw on screen here, we just counted up to 4 bars. And so what you'll notice is that in almost every single genre of music, there is always going to be a change after 8 or 16 bars, which is going to signify a new section of the track. Now, these different sections of the song, for example, the intro, the chorus, the build-up, the drop, the breakdown, so on and so forth, is what's going to make up the arrangement of a song. Now, as I mentioned, in most cases, these sections of the song are usually going to be about 16 bars long. In some cases, they're 8 bars, or in some cases, they're 16 times 2, which is 32 bars long. Now, I know this sounds like a lot of math, but just stick with me and try to look at everything in bars of 16. So now, by understanding the arrangement of a song and by understanding phrasing, you know that the perfect time to start the next song is always going to be at the top of a 16-bar phrase. So if you have 2 16-bar phrases playing at the exact same time, by the end of those phrases, it's going to be the perfect time to cut fully into the next song, at which point the chorus of the song is then going to start, making it for the perfect transition every single time. Now let me go ahead and show you an example of what mixing with proper phrasing actually looks like. So what I'm going to do here is, because I understand that both of these songs have a 16-bar intro, I'm actually going to start both of the songs at the exact same time, just to show my point here of by the end of the 16 bars, it's going to be the perfect time to transition into deck B. Now, as you just saw, that was a much smoother mix with literally minimal effort, all because I took the time to properly understand phrasing and understand the structure of a song. And so knowing that both of these songs had a 16-bar intro phrase, all I did was start deck B at the top of the phrase of deck A. And so by the time those 16 bars were up, I was able to fully transition into the next song, making it for a super smooth and clean mix. So if you're ever in the situation where you're not too sure where to start the next song, always remember to wait to the top of the next phrase of the song that you're mixing out of. Also, make sure you take the time to go through all of your music so you have a solid understanding of what the structure of all of your songs looks like before you ever have to mix it live. Being familiar with your music combined with your newfound knowledge of song structure and phrasing is going to ensure that you have a perfect mix every single time, because you're always going to know when to start up the next song, which is always going to be at the top of a phrase. Now, if you want to learn more about phrasing, beat matching, mixing, and just about everything you need to know to become fluent on the DJ decks, then make sure you check out our Intro to DJing course, where we teach you absolutely everything you need to know to become an absolute beast at mixing, all the way up until getting your first paid gig. If this sounds like you, go ahead and hit the link in the description below, and we'll tell you everything you need to know about Intro to DJing. So there you have it. Now you know exactly how to have a perfect transition every single time by using phrasing. I hope you're able to learn a thing or two from this video. If you were, let us know in the comments down below. Make sure you leave a like on this video and subscribe to this channel for future weekly DJ tips, tricks, and tutorials just like this one. And with that being said, we will see you in the next video.